Hello everyone. All right, so here's my final pack slash deck opening video of today that I'm going to record. And today we've got a two-person, what is this called? Two-player starter set for Final Fantasy. I was a little slow to the game, unfortunately. I really wanted to get the Cloud versus Sephiroth starter set. But the LGS that I go to didn't have them anymore, which is fair. I know it's been out for a little while. And this video is testament to that because this video will come out much later than the Cloud and Sephiroth starter set. But that is a starter set that I really want to get because now I have a Cloud deck that I can build and modify. And I really want a Sephiroth deck that I can modify with. So this gives me a starting point when I get Sephiroth, but that's what I'm going for. So kind of the goal I have for these decks is similar to Magic. Magic, I have decks of of all the color combinations, and this one I'm going for the same idea. Oh my gosh, this is like the Digimon box all over again. There we go. And open. I am going to try and be better about getting on top of these because there are decks that I do know I want to get. I want a Cloud deck, so this will accomplish that and give me a starting point on that. I want a Sephiroth deck, which this kind of gets me a start for, but there's nothing Sephiroth related. It's just the Shinra organization. But it kind of gets me a starting point because that deck will be a water or an ice lightning deck. I want a Titus deck, so on and so forth. So we'll do Cloud last because that's the one that I really wanted, and we'll do Shinra if I can open the pack of cards. Where is the little... Wow, this video might just be me struggling to... there we go. I don't even know how I did that, but I did it. Woo! Nice. Ooh. Fresh cards coming apart for the first time. Ooh. Ooh, that feel. Ooh, very nice. I love that. Okay, so we got Rufus, who is the leader of this deck. Here's his like full art version, and here's his normal one. And this deck is going to be very, very controlling if I'm to understand this all correctly. Because I remember that's how it was going to be for Sephiroth. It was going to be very controlling of a deck. Sen. More members. Members of the Turks, president of Shinra. Cool. Okay, so these cards are all going to play into themselves. The jobs, the member of the Turks, and the president of Shinra. Like this is kind of a tribal deck. If you play Magic the Gathering, it'd be like a humans deck or an advisor's deck or something like that, where they all share a creature type. And of course, like Yu-Gi-Oh, it's also going to want to reference certain cards. So this one wants you to have a Rufus card, so Elena can gain 2,000 more power. So, wow. Very cool. I think these characters are from the Advent Children movie, right? As well as from the game. President of Shinra. Oh, hey, President Shinra. Oh, cool. Wow. Some summoners for standard units. Black Mage. When Black Mage enters the field, choose one forward and opponent controls it, loses 4,000 power. Yeah, so this is very much a control deck. Put Black Mage into the break zone. Choose one lightning summon in your break zone. Add it to your hand. Wow, that's cool. Ooh, Ramu. That's a lot of stuff. Select up to 2 of the 4 following actions. Choose 1 monster of cost 2 or less, break it. Choose 1 forward of 4 of cost 4 or less, dull it. Choose 1 active forward, deal it 7,000 damage. Choose 1 lightning forward, it gains haste until end of turn. That's cool. Kadaj, Remnants. This is what I'm looking for the Sephiroth, is the Remnants. Oh, very cool. Is Sephiroth in this deck? If Sephiroth's in this deck, then this was totally worth it. Kadaj is great. Yazoo is great. So this is pretty much everything I need for Sephiroth. You got Shinra, you got the Remnants. I just need Sephiroth. I think that might be a Sephiroth. Oh, that might be... Oh, no, it's a summon. Black Mage, Bard, Hades. Choose 1 dull forward, break it. That forward's controller discards 1 card from their hand. That's still really cool. So no Sephiroth, but this will be the deck that Sephiroth goes in. It's got everything like I'm looking for the Sephiroth deck. It's got the control stuff. It's got the Shinra, the Shinra company, and it's got the Remnants. So that's everything I'm looking for. I just need Sephiroth now to like mix and mingle in the deck. So that will be fun to play with and to show you guys again in the future. But Cloud, I do have Cloud cards already. I already have like a deck. It's a mono fire deck of Cloud cards. But obviously Cloud himself is both fire and earth. And I seem to not be able to find that little tag. Oh, somewhere right here on the side. I just felt it. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! There we go. Let me see how the camera's doing. We're doing good? Yeah, we're doing great. And of course, just like the other decks I've been previewing from the other games, the concepts, all the other cool thing about playing multiple card games of this capacity is the strategies are all the same. In Magic, blue decks are famously known for their control aspects. Red decks, mountain decks are good for their aggro, aggressive nature. Oh, that's beautiful sound. Oh, that's so pretty. And the feel is so nice. Red decks are really aggressive and just want to burn you out. The same is true for the Digimon decks that I glanced through and previewed. So definitely check that video out because it's the same style of play. The blue one is a very controlling, strong end game finish, where the red one is you just want to go fast and hard, and this one's gonna be no different. The Shinra, the water lightning deck, very controlling, and the Cloud, the Avalanche deck, I guess technically, is gonna be very aggressive and brute force, lots of power. So here is Cloud, our earth, or fire and earth merc. And when he enters the field, yeah, so this one, so it's gonna be the same thing where these want to play with where the lightning ice deck wants to play with Shinra cards and oh my goodness, and the members of the Turks. This one's going to want to play a lot of the Avalanche job types. And to get those benefits, all the forwards you control gain haste. Yeah, so this one's like really aggressive. You want to get haste. You want to make them fast. You want to hit them the moment they come into play. So Wedge wants Avalanche cards. Jesse wants Avalanche cards. And Barrett wants Avalanche cards. Biggs wants Avalanche cards. Vincent, oh, Vincent. Oh, he's kind of a cool one. So put 1 backup you control into the break zone. When you do, choose 1 dull forward, deal it 8,000 damage. let's see, Evoker, Miner, cool, Marlene. Oh, so this one's choose one card name Aerith or card name Cloud or card name Tifa or card name Barrett in your break zone. Add it to your hand. That's cool. So it's a good recovery card for anyone from all the good guys from Final Fantasy VII. That's so cool. Benga. Titan is the Earth summon for this deck. Choose one forward you control and one forward an opponent controls. The former gains 2,000 power until the end of turn. Then the former deals damage equal to its power to the latter. Hey guys, okay, so the camera I was recording with to do the deck opening video for the Cloud deck, as you can see right there, did cut short. The battery died. Again. I'm great at what I do, I promise. Anyway, is this working, by the way? Is this recording? I hope it is. Hello. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm so sorry. I just blew up your phones. Anyway, or your headphones, whatever you're listening to this on. Anyway, so I was doing the very brief, rough review of this deck, as well as the Shinra Corp deck. So this is obviously added onto the video that you are watching. But I was going through this deck, and I just got through the Earth cards when the camera cut. So just to like briefly sum up what I was doing when the camera cut, a lot of what the deck does is very blitz. It's got, as far as the fire cards are concerned, it's got Tifa, it's got Zack, it's got Soldier 3rd class, some different backups, Ninja, Sage, Evoker. The summon for this deck was Bahamut. Really cool stuff with that. I don't know if you can read all that. Kind of hard to read. Let's see, it's got an EX burst of choose one forward, deal it 10 grand damage, 10,000 damage. Bahamut deals 1 point of deals you, the person who cast it or EX burst it, 1 point of damage. EX bursts of cards put into the damage zone due to this damage cannot be used. So anyway, really powerful card, really cool. But the main thing that I was trying to say about this deck versus this deck is that this is a very common, iconic clash of styles, no matter what kind of card game you are playing. Whether it be Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Final Fantasy, Magic the Gathering, or even, as you saw in the other video, the Digimon decks. The blue one, it's upside down, the blue one, versus the red one. Versus the red one. It's a very common theme found throughout all those card games, is the control deck versus the aggro deck. This is no exception. This is a very aggressive deck. It wants to eliminate threats off the board quickly and open your opponent to hit them as fast and quickly as possible. Whereas this, the Ice Lightning Shinra deck, is way more focused on controlling the board, keeping things under control, so that way you can have a big finish play at the end. Both really good strategies. I think lately I've kind of trended towards more aggressive play when I play card games, especially like with Magic. I've been trending more towards aggressive archetypes. So I'll definitely be play testing this one a lot, just because I like it. Also, I went through and I pulled out a lot of my fire deck category 7 cards. So I got Cloud, Minerva. I got some different Barretts. I'm gonna try and just sideboard all these for right now, and playtest the deck just as is, and then filter them as we go through. Maybe I'll add a Aerith in here or something, a light Aerith. So, and then as I was saying, and I don't know if this got cut off in the video, but as far as the Lightning, the Shinra deck is concerned, really all I'm missing from this deck is Sephiroth. Like I'm gonna look at the Cloud versus Sephiroth deck lists from that starter and kind of compare them, but really all I need for this deck is the Sephiroth cards, and just start playtesting it. So anyway, that is what you missed because my camera died again. Yeah, so I will be playtesting these, especially the Cloud deck, because I have the Cloud cards to go in the Cloud deck. Who knows? Maybe I'll just order the Cloud versus Sephiroth deck. It's not too expensive right now, so I may just order it, so I can still get it, and then just meld the two decks together. But I will get into more detailed videos about these decks later on. I don't know why I keep looking. Clearly, it's in the shot. Like, it's not like it's going to be out of the shot. It's, like, in the middle of the shot every time. Anyway. We're running around all day. So, that is what you missed. Was just a little recap of the fire portion of the deck. Really cool stuff. Tifa's really cool. Everything is just really damage-based. Soldier 3rd class helps get more soldiers out. Zac will deal damage to targets, especially if you have category 7 forwards and other characters in play. Tifa's just got haste, which is good. I think the Tifa cards I was going to add into here are the exact same, so I'm not going to worry about adding those because I already got them. But I'm going to look at adding. I do have this cool light Cloud. Yoop-de-doo. And I'm going to be sleeving all these cards too, my decks that I'm going to play with. But I got this cool Cloud here. See if we can get that in the shot there. Really pretty card. So I can't wait to try this one out. This is going to be a lot of fun. He's a light. He's got EX Burst when Cloud enters the field. Choose one forward and opponent controls. If you control a Category 7 forward other than Cloud, deal it 7,000 damage. And then he's got a special ability where he can choose one forward and opponent controls, deal it 8,000 damage, and deal 4,000 damage to all other forwards opponent controls, which is like, whoa! It really fits with the deck too, because it really is all about getting in there and just blowing up the board, so you can go ham with damage and stuff. So, yeah, definitely leave a like below, or a dislike, whatever you want. Honestly, let me know what you think down below about these two decks. Which one would you like to play? Would you play the Cloud Avalanche deck, or would you play the Shinra deck? Quick, aggro, or control long game with a big finish. So both are really cool strategies. I think I'm going to love both decks as far as strategy goes. I can't wait to play with them. So let me know which one would you play with, which one you like. Also, if you have these decks or you have these strategies of decks and style of decks, what would you put in them? How would you alter it? Let me know in the comments below. Yeah. And also, yeah, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know if you are interested in seeing some more Final Fantasy TCG content. I do want to make more. I really think this game is really cool. I think it's got really cool concepts and strategies to it that follow the basic principles of any card game, any deck building collectible card game. But it's got its own unique flair to it, which I really enjoy. It has a fun little twist that spices up, a game night for you and your friends. So Let me know about that too. Also, the whole concept of different strategies and stuff, like an aggro deck versus a control deck, is always fun to talk about as well. So if you guys are ever interested in that, I did do an episode called the Will of the Council that you can find in one of my playlists on YouTube, called Will of the Council, where I just talk about like the rules of Magic the Gathering, and I did like the first set of comprehensive rules. And if you guys are interested in that, I'd love to talk more into that. Maybe even make more like a podcast level thing about it, where I just talk about the rules of Magic the Gathering, different strategies, different deck ideas. But that could also go towards other games as well. Could talk about Final Fantasy and the strategy of those games, or Digimon and the strategy of that game and how it works. Digimon, I think, is another really great. I think it's going to be a really great game. It has a lot of those same strategic plays where there's aggressive, there's control, there's combo, all those classic game plays, those game styles that you would find in any card game. But it's got this unique twist where you and your opponent share resources of playing cards, and that's a really cool twist and its own strategy of how to play the game. So if you're interested in that, let me know, because I would love to talk more about that, or to bring my friends on and talk more about it, or anyone really. So yeah, anyway, I've been ranting too long. Obviously this later half of the portion of the what was supposed to be the video was not this long, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.